Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching our third video. My name's Renita and I'm from Flourish Homes, and today I have with me Morgan Wilson from Business Depot. Welcome, Morgan.
Thank you, Renita.
So I just wanted to ask you just very quickly, I suppose, your top tips. So even if you could give me 3 top tips for purchasing an investment property, what are they?
Cool.
And why do you suggest that?
Excellent. Number 1 is you don't know what you don't know. So my big thing is you can't buy a property and it's not going to be, you're not going to hit gold first time round. So it's all about getting a good team behind you, get a good accountant, good property manager, good mortgage broker, good financial planner, even just all these kinds of people who you can leverage their knowledge off of. That's how you kick some gold. It's all about just getting those right connections in place, getting that team behind you. So if you're looking to buy a second, third, fourth property, it all becomes second nature.
And it's smooth sailing. And I suppose it's such an each person or each expert, I suppose, has their own little area of expertise or specialist advice, so you can't give mortgage advice and vice versa.
Exactly, and everyone's going to have a different perspective on it as well. So you have a little team behind you of 4 or 5 professionals in this industry.
Yeah.
You get that wealth of knowledge behind you.
Yeah.
It just helps. It doesn't hurt having 4 or 5 people that all have differing opinions.
Yeah.
Because you still make a shot call in the end.
Yeah.
You've all got this wealth of knowledge just to leverage off.
Okay. And I know that you did mention to me before when we were having a chat before the video something about whether, I suppose I said, well, how does an accountant help with someone that wants to purchase their first investment property? And you mentioned something about depending on their own goals, whether they want to flip it or hold on to it. So talk to our viewers a little bit about that, please.
So it all depends on what you want to do in the end game of it all. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? So it's really important to get that structuring right, because you've only got one chance to get it right.
Yeah.
So you can hear some horror stories sometimes of people coming through and they've done it too soon. Yeah. They've called the shot too soon, they've bought an investment property in their own name, maybe a partner's name, or maybe 50-50 when they didn't need to. But it's just, if you have a chat to an accountant beforehand, that's where we can help.
Okay.
That's where we can help. Like, big thing at the moment is buying property and self-managed business loans.
Okay.
Big thing, but that might not suit you. You go get in touch with a financial planner, an accountant can help with that, all sorts of different things.
It's got to be set up properly and all of that sort of
and
stuff.
It's best to get it done right the first time, rather than face the costs of getting it wrong and then having to redo it.
And so once they purchase it under their own name, they might go, oh crap, I should have checked with my accountant, and then that's when you go, well, it's going to cost you a bit to actually change that.
And by that time, it might not even be worth it, because you're paying double stamp duty, which is the last thing anyone wants to be paying.
Yep, okay. All right. What about any of the tax benefits or anything like that you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So a big thing, obviously, with investing in property is negative gearing. A lot of people like to, not a lot, but some, like to buy investment properties purely for the negative gearing.
Okay.
Worst investment decision you could ever possibly make. You want to make a good investment decision first, and if there's tax benefits to it, then that's a bit of a bonus.
Okay.
But you want to be able to, good investment decision, make sure that investment stands on its own 2 feet.
So you're not having, when you say that, you mean you're not actually having to put money into it out of your own pocket as well?
Sort of like that. But no one should do something purely for the benefit of negative gearing.
Okay.
It's got to add up first.
Yeah.
And then if it's negatively
it has to make financial sense.
Exactly. There's no point negatively gearing something just to save a bit of money on tax.
Yeah.
So what's the point of that?
Yeah.
You've got to make some money.
You're losing out somewhere, aren't you, eventually with that? Okay.
Exactly. So cash is king when it comes to these types of things. So.
Okay. And what about the structure?
Structuring, absolutely. It's like what we said before, get in touch with your accountant beforehand before you pull the trigger on anything, and we'll say yes or no, or it can be a 5-minute phone call. The big thing at Business Depot is you don't get charged for a 5-minute phone call. You get the relationship for free.
That's perfect, yeah.
Exactly. So, but if it takes sort of a bit of an hour-long meeting to have a bit of a chat about where do you want to go, what do you want to do, what's the best way, how does this all look, then we do that as well, and we might have to set up a trust. We might have to look at sort of different structuring ways for asset protection or tax effectiveness.
What are the common structures though? Could you give me like maybe 2 or 3 different structures that people can consider?
So obviously buying it in your own name is a very common one people like to do. In partnership with someone, whether tenants in common or joint tenants, whether that's you or I, we buy a property together. And then a trust structure is also fairly common. And then self-managed super funds is somewhere where that's a bit of a growing market for people. People see it in the news all the time.
Okay, awesome. Well, that was very informative.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. So guys, that was Morgan Wilson from Business Depot, and we will obviously be keeping in touch with him as the new year rolls in. He's got a wealth of knowledge. I call him on a weekly basis, or lately I have been. So we will give you a lot more amazing content as well coming next year. But again, thank you so much for watching, and if you wanted to watch the whole video, hop onto our Facebook or YouTube channels. Thank you again, and have a great day.